Hi everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm doing She-Ra, Princess of Power. No, that's not it. Autobots, roll out. No, that's not it either. I don't know who I am, but I'm doing this Avengers cake. So let's get started. It's a really easy one to do. Let's go. We're going to be using 4 different colors of buttercream. We've got red, white, blue, and black. And we're going to be using an 8-inch round cake that's already covered in buttercream. Now you can use any size that you want to, and you would just have to adjust the logo according to the size of cake that you use. So I've got the logo down here for the Avengers, and I'll attach it in the blog post, which we'll put a link to in the description box below. So I've placed a piece of measuring tape around the bottom base here of the cake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out the measurements in between each of the stripes. So I'm going to give each stripe about 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to mark it there at the first, and then about there at 1.5 inches, and then 3. And then I'm going to go around and mark each of these intervals on the cake. Once you've got the positions marked here, I'm going to take a straight edge. Now, if you're really good at drawing freehand, you could just draw your lines freehand, but I'm going to use a ruler, and I'm just going to line it up with my mark that I have, and I'm just going to press it into the side of the cake, and I'm just going to go around and continue to do that until I have all of these marked. Taking the red icing with a basket weaving tip, I'm going to just cover in every second one of my columns. So I've got the sides here now covered, and you can see it's coming up over the edges, and we're going to clean that up and fix that in just a second. And I've got a 4-inch round cutter here on top, and I've got it right in the middle, and I'm just going to press down into the buttercream. This is going to be my guide for the Avengers logo, and then just pull it up like that. Might be a little bit tricky to see, but it's 4 inches wide. And then using my, just like a little toothpick, or you could use a scribe tool, I'm just going to estimate a line like in between the two, the end, the side, and then this round cutter in the center. And I'm just going to freehand a line right in the middle. So to finish off the red stripes here on the cake, I'm going to take my icing, and I'm just going to go from the line that I free-handed with the toothpick, and I'm just going to pull the icing all the way back to meet the stripe here at the edge of the cake. Now that our red stripes are completed, we're going to add the star. So now I have just a little tiny star cutter, and you can use whichever size you have. Mine's approximately the same like width as the stripes and the little gaps are. And I'm just going to press it down into it like that. Now I'm just going to go around the whole cake and press even into the stripes here like this. And if it gets dirty, you can just wash it off in some hot water and then dry it before you put it back in. And I'm just going to continue going around now that I have cleaned off that just a little bit. So I've got all the stars punched in here, the outline, and you can see what the next step is to use blue buttercream to outline the stars and then fill them in. So I'm just using a round open tip, and I'm just going around the outline of the stars. And when you go to fill them in, if you want to, you can switch to a bigger tip, but I just find that the little one gives you just a little bit better control. Now we're going to switch to the black icing, and we're going to just do an outline here. So I've got just another round open tip. It's probably about a 4 or a 5. So I'm just going to go around the outside like this, and then we're going to fill it in. Got it outlined, so I've switched my tip to just a fatter round one, and I'm going to apply pressure to it so that it kind of flattens the icing out. So I'm just going to go around because I don't want it to be too poofy, and I'm just kind of pressing down at the same time. Now to smooth this out after the fact, I'm going to be using a spatula, and I'm just going to press it down to get all these bumps out of it. So I have the logo cut out here, and it's secured here on top of the black buttercream with 2 pins, and that's just to keep it in place. And then I'm just going to take a toothpick, and I'm going to outline all of the different parts of the logo in order to know where to pipe the logo next. So as you can see, I've started to pipe the Avengers logo that we just outlined, and I'm using a very small round tip, and this one is a number 2, and I'm just going around the outside, and then I'm going to fill it in with maybe a larger tip, or if you're comfortable using a small tip, you can just go ahead and you continue to use the small one. So I managed to track down a couple of the Avengers mini figurines at a local store. I went to my Walmart and found them. Hopefully you can find some too to complete your cake. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. Remember to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of our newest videos. I will see you all again next time.